Hi everyone, it's Linda Esposito from Be Clear with Bronchiectasis. Today my plan was to start off by talking about some of my favorite things. So I feel like it's first grade and show and tell. So I have my Umbra here. I have a shower head. I have the Aerobica. I actually have bottle brushes, but I also have this something I made for showering in hotels. But you know what? I was getting ready and I was thinking of this one evening at my daughter's house, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. And it just was kind of staying with me, and I thought to myself, well, that's what I have to start off talking about, not necessarily all of my favorite gizmos, but this experience, because I want you to know that I know what you're feeling. So the story is my daughter lives in Connecticut, on the Connecticut shoreline in Guilford, Connecticut. So coming from the city, it's a couple of hours, actually 2.5 hours to train, so I often sleep over. So we had a great day. You know, we run around, go to TJ Maxx, go to lunch, run a few errands with her. She has a jewelry store, Water Street Jewelers in Guilford and in Madison, so I hang out with her at the jewelry store. And then we usually come home and have dinner. And after dinner, the family likes to play games. So they have this long wooden table in their kitchen, and they all sit there and they play games like, I think one is code names. And so I'm not really a game player, but I like to be there. I like to be with them. I like sitting at that table after dinner and just hanging out with them. But this one night, after running around with my daughter, and I didn't do much as far as airway clearance. I think I did it early in the morning before hopping on the train and going out there, but then not in the afternoon, just because we were running around having fun. And I didn't exercise either, even though they have a lot of exercise equipment there. But I just wanted to hang with them. I wanted to help make dinner, and I just wanted to be in the kitchen. But what happened is, after dinner, all of a sudden, I did not feel well. So during that period of time, it was the case where if I didn't do my airway clearance and didn't exercise, my body often let me know of its displeasure. By, let's say, around 2:30, 3 o'clock, I would just start to feel a little bit like I was coming down with something. And so that's what happened. I started to feel like I was getting the flu, and I just excused myself and I went upstairs. I was sleeping in my granddaughter's bed. She kindly had given it to me, and I don't know, I just got really upset. I was teary-eyed. I was just thinking to myself, really? Is this what it's going to be like forever and ever, that I can't get through a day without feeling this way? And so my daughter noticed that I didn't come back downstairs. Okay, I'm getting a little emotional now. She noticed I didn't come back down, so she came up, and I think I was crying a bit, just quietly. And she started rubbing my back. It was so sweet, but it wasn't something I was used to. And quite frankly, it wasn't even something I was very comfortable with. I like to be the comforter. My daughter is very compassionate. She and I talk often on the phone, and she's reassuring, and she helps me with my business. She's a fantastic businesswoman. But I just wasn't used to being in my granddaughter's bed and having my daughter rub my back. But it felt good. I got through it, and the next day I did what I needed to do, and enjoyed the rest of my stay and returned home. And so again, I just recommitted to doing the airway clearance twice a day and exercise, and was able to feel well enough. Then what happened is I got a Haemophilus infection, and I went on antibiotics. This was like about a year or so later. And all of a sudden, I felt so much better. Like I had no mucus. I didn't have that afternoon syndrome anymore. No, it's hard to understand exactly what happened. Was it the Haemophilus? Was it another bacteria in my lungs that perhaps isn't culturable, because not all of the bacteria are culturable? And was it an interplay of the microbes? I don't know. Something shifted. And so I have been going through a very long period of feeling well. I mean, I still do my airway clearance, but I rarely cough. I don't really produce anything. But I do have moderate bronchiectasis. I don't have mild bronchiectasis. So I stay with the program. You know, I'm a person who is very determined and disciplined. That was the word I was looking for. Being an exerciser my whole life, a personal trainer, a wellness coach, I walk my walk. So it's not too hard for me to keep up with this program, and I have flexibility with work as well. But I guess what I'm getting at is what I want more than anything is for everyone to feel their best. Whatever that is for you. I know a lot of our bronchi sisters and brothers have other diseases as well that might even be driving the bronchiectasis. Some people have something called primary ciliary dyskinesia, PCD for short. Others have alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, and so on and so forth. Some have COPD, some have asthma, but whatever it is, I want you to figure out what to do, and I want medications to be available, like the brand new drug Brinsupri, I think I'm pronouncing it around, or Brinsupri. I just want you all to feel your best, and I really appreciate when you bring me in, I'm a consultant, we go through everything together and we figure out little tweaks that might help you feel better on a day-to-day basis. So just before I started show and tell, wanted to share this story with you. And you can see 5 years later, I still get very emotional about it. By the way, I'm wearing this necklace. A Bronchi sister made it for me, and I knew this was going to be a bit of an emotional video, and I just wearing it for support. So thank you, Linda, for this beautiful necklace. Everyone, be well. Please follow me on YouTube, and please like this video. Take care. Bye-bye.